Hello ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, and welcome back to Let's Play Empyrion, where today will be an episode of hopefully upgrades, or that is at least the plan. You can see a bit of black smoke off there behind my head. That is where I've just fended off a base attack as I've come back in. Now, this ship, we've had a bit of a rough ride last time, but I now have a taste for Zirax blood, so I think we're going to do some upgrades. I've had a little play here a little bit earlier, and I'm thinking of how we're gonna upgrade this. She may not be the most beautiful thing. I keep thinking there's something I want to put in here, but I'm not sure what the hell it is. Second generator is what it was. We're going to strip some things back and try and maintain its cargo space, but without completely ruining the ship. But at the same time, I've gone around and I think I've repaired most of the blocks. But yeah, we need to get our firepower going, and we need to protect especially the front end of the ship a bit, and maybe give it a bit more maneuverability. With that in mind, I am also thinking upgrades. The tool has an upgrade, as I did on the cockpit, and I'm looking at upgrading these. Now it says no upgrade exists or must be unlocked in a tech tree first. Well, if we go to the tech tree and look at the small vessel, we haven't unlocked any of the thrusters, so that might have something to do with it. So I would like to see if I can upgrade them to tier 2 Ms. Now, let's see now, can we upgrade? No. That's a shame. I was hoping to be able to upgrade some of these thrusters. And that says negative. We can downgrade. No, we can't downgrade either. That's a bit unfortunate. So that might mean we have to make new thrusters to put them on. Because the new thrusters will have a bit more oomph, and therefore should offer me a bit more maneuverability. So instead of putting out 170 kilonewtons, they put out 230. It's only 50 more, but it's 60 more. Do the maths right, but that's almost a 50% increase. We could go for large thrusters. I mean, especially on the side, it's tempting. I might be able to get that to work, so I'll probably unlock those too. I'm not sure I can make enough of those because they require a lot of cobalt alloy. And then they're starting to eat a lot of CPU points. But it might be worth looking at the large tier 2s for the side to side, because I'm going to take if I take this out, you can see I've got quite a bit of space, and I need to replace, well, I've got a rocket launcher here. And I'm thinking of putting a GAT in here, so if I need to just mow down a few unwilling Ziraxian scum, I can do that. So let's have a look here. I'm going to build now I'm setting the constructor, to small vessels only, and then I will look at blocks and pieces and stuff like that. So let's have a look at a large T1, and because that's a really big upgrade. That would make us very maneuverable. And we'll have a look at maybe a large T2 or a medium T2 for the front. I probably won't upgrade the ones on the back. We seem to accelerate fast enough anyway. I think these will probably replace the ones on the front, and then we'll have to do something to make the front look a bit more interesting. But the ones on the side, yeah, we might want to get away with sticking these ones on. So I'm going to get them out and we'll see what they look like to start off with and see what we think and whether we think it's going to work. So where are you, thrusters? These are not the thrusters I'm looking for. These are the thrusters I'm looking for. So let's have a look at these. So if I look at this T2, so we would end up putting it in there like that. That would be fine because it's going to be behind there, and then I'm actually going to clad round this and try and protect the ship. But with the extra weight, I think I'm going to need a bit more thrust. I'm not worried about her being a bit slower from the sort of acceleration point of view going forwards, because I don't think that'll be so much of a problem. I'm going to take this one off because I'm thinking of moving it down to here. So what I'm thinking to do is put the two down there, put a gat on here, bring some cladding around, close these in, not entirely in, we'll put some vents on and things to protect them, but basically give ourselves a lot more sort of side to side maneuver. But we're going to have to keep an eye on what we're doing to our CPU level, because I don't want to completely marmalize our CPU level, because that would be unfortunate. So my plan would be to stick that there. And again, we're going to end up cladding over a bit of this. It's going to obscure the view from within the cockpit a little. And she's going to become a bit snub-nosed. But I don't think there's a lot I can do about that. I need to get the weaponry on here, and I need to make sure that I can fight. So, yeah, we'll grab that one while it's there. Leave that one off for the minute. Where is the rocket launcher? There. And I'll take the gats out while I'm at it, because what I'm thinking, if you get the idea, is that we will splop that one there. I'll be sticking a gat back in here. Ooh, decided to spin. And I will stick a rocket launcher here. Gonna have to get rid of a couple of those blocks, and a rocket launcher there. Actually, I don't think I will get rid of those blocks, so I think I'll stick a rocket launcher there and a rocket launcher there. And that'll be, I think, because I'm allowed a maximum of 6. I do believe I took it off anyway, but the limit off anyway, because I don't like to play with the gun limits, because I think you should be able to slap as many guns on as you can. So that means we'll go back into building here. We'll want to build another rocket launcher. I think it says, oh, maximum amount 4, technically. Is supposed to be 4. But we're going to put 6 on. Because why the hell not? That's what I say. So we're going to stick that on. So technically I am outside the default limits of Empyrion at this point. I mean, you could stick gats on instead, but I am going to go with 4. Sorry, with 6, because I like 6. Plus, it'll make taking those guns on oh so much easier. The other thing we're going to probably need is some cargo extension blocks, because I think I'm going to use cargo extensions for some of it, because cargo extensions are actually pretty tough. And do we have... I don't think I've unlocked it. So we need to go down to cargo. Yes, we have not unlocked it. So we will unlock this and unlock the extension. And we can get this constructor. Should be able to knock up cargo extension blocks, I should imagine. Yes, yes you can. So we'll get you to make, we'll just make 50. We probably won't need 50, but we'll make 50. I've also got on here where I made something I made earlier. I made a bunch of hardened steel blocks. We're gonna need to make, turn this one off a second. We're gonna also need to make a couple of grills, I think. Which of these? So we'll make 10 of those, because we're gonna try and cover engines and things. So let's carry on. So yeah, today is pretty much gonna be a day of building. And I'm going to show you how I'm going to get to these blocks underneath to redo them later. Because I think ultimately we will need to redo them and change things around there. And I'll show you the easy way I'm going to use to basically get around that problem. I'm also thinking to, am I going to take that off or not? I mean, that, and that I'm going to take off. Oh, I need to build some more thrusters, don't I? Because I haven't put any thrusters back in. So that and that I'm going to take off. What was I going to put in there? That's my thruster up there, isn't it? That was it, another generator. I want to put another generator in here somewhere. Can't put it there. Don't really want to put it right behind it. I'm probably going to put it in there. It's not going to be the most protected generator in the world, and as that's a fuel tank right next to it, that's not great. But I think it's going to be what it's going to be. It might just be the light, but that always looks like it's being damaged. Now I could just take the detector off and stick a generator in there as well, but I'm going to leave the detector there. So I want a generator. I want at least 4 more large thrusters, T2. So that's on the go. So let's build this. Let's go to here. We want at least another generator. Just mainly as a backup. I'm going to need 3 of these. Because if I've got 2 generators rather than 1, I don't think I'll have an issue with power per se. But if I've got the extra, then it means I can take a hit, lose a generator, and still be okay. Right. Where are my other blocks? Please, 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 and thank you. Yes, those. And I mean, this is the key to building now, is to have the logistics set up that you need. Have you not built the generator yet? Where's the generator? There it is. 1 generator, thank you. And let's reopen that again so it updates. And we can see we got T2 thruster there. Those are mediums. None of that's particularly useful. Okay. So, let me decide how I wanted this to look. So this one's going in here. I'm actually going to rip these blocks which I put underneath back off again. Hopefully without hitting the things. Because in a minute, once I get this sort of vaguely sussed, I'm going to switch on symmetry mode to try and help me do this more quickly. Which will also be something that we'll find very useful. I mean, it's especially useful in creative, as it really does help make things easier. Yeah, let's do that. And we've already got that the other side. I think that one's going to come off. Oh, that's a drill, not a multi-tool. I think that one's going to come off. So that evens up those. We'll get that in. Got the gap there. That one's stripped back to there. That one is not stripped back to there. So this one we will also strip back to about the same position to even things up again. And strip back to there and back to there. And try and make all that similar for the ease of symmetry. Okay. So at which point we can actually get into these without doing the trick I was going to do. So I get rid of those as well. Those are cargo extensions. I don't know why I'm coming back in here, because I've got access to it all anyway. So there's the other two. There's some extra hardened steel blocks. I don't want the steel blocks for now, but we'll put them on the bar. We might find a use for them. We'll put those extra cargo extensions on. And now I think we're good to symmetry her for now. So symmetry mode. If we go N on the keyboard, you can say activate symmetry plane. And now we need to choose a symmetry plane, which is obviously not that one. We need YZ, there we go, and you can pick where it is, and at the moment it's right down the middle of that block, which is perfect. So now you just press N again, and if I now go here and put a block here, here and here, you'll see it's put the same block the other side. Now it's not perfect, there are sometimes problems with this, but for now it'll be okay. So what I'm thinking to do is, those will probably be hardened steels anyway, but it's to make it a little snub-nosed. Now I was thinking to put half blocks underneath right up to here, and then either half blocks or part blocks on top, like that sort of size out to here, and then try and put some covering in there to help protect these front thrusters. But that will be in the hardened steel. Oh, I'm jumping over it. So all this on the top will have to be in the hardened steel. So that would be, I mean, I don't know whether to go rounded. I could just go rounded like this and go out to there. I think that's what I'm going to do, you know. It's not going to be beautiful, but it's going to be functional, should we say. And then to bring that down, we might slope this off a little bit, just to make it look like it's easier to get in and out of the cockpit. Like that. I'll figure out what that block's going to be later. Because what I want to do is then put like a grill here to try and protect this. This one I might make like this, a rounded block, and then I'll step the others forward with a rounded block. It'll look kind of weird, but it might give it some, gonna give it some character, he says. Maybe, possibly ish. I mean, they don't have a good block that goes from like the half block version of this to something else, because the side of this is just going to be flat. It's going to be a bit dull, but I don't see what else I can do here. I don't want it to take off the actual... Ooh, I'm doing a crap job. There you go. with the cargo things, it doesn't like to drag. I'm trying to drag and it's not very keen on it. So yeah, I don't really love that. But it's kind of what I'm thinking, is to stick that down there. And then let's go back to the hardened steel blocks. She is not going to be pretty after this, I tell you. She's going to be ugly. Because yeah, I can't really decide what to do here. I mean, we could always just bring that down like that, but that's not ideally what I'd like to do. I don't think there's a transition block from the rounded to the slope. This is one of the trickiest things about building with Empyrion. It's very hard to find the right transitions, what you're looking for in terms of certain block types. I mean, I'd love to go from like half one of those to a slope, but it hasn't got it. No, that's not it either. They haven't really got the block you're looking for. There, it's not. I might just not be able to see the block I'm looking for. That can often be the other problem. Because what I would like to do is go from... I think you can probably see what I'd like to do there is go from one type to another, but it's not going to give me the ability to do that in a clean sort of manner. Because this is half block. But nope. Nope. See, because that would go from close to what I have down to something similar, but it's still not working for me. So I think, for the sake of things, I'm going to keep with this. Then I'm going to change down to that and that there. Like I said, it's not going to be pretty. It is not going to be pretty. I will worry about pretty another time. Right now, I'm worried about going to war. So I would like this one. Yeah, like that. So this is going to be our snub-nosed monstrosity. So that will go in there. These will be round blocks, like so. That might not quite be how it goes. But the idea is that we will then, because I'm sure I built some gratings earlier. Did I build some gratings? Yes, I did. There we go. These gratings will go in, probably on a slant, maybe, like that. I mean, this is where the temptation is to style it and bring that back one block, and then try and make it look a bit better, which is probably something I can do. This is where creative comes in, because you can just sort of remove a block, and if you slope this back, it would look a whole lot better. I'm sure we could have done something like put that cone on or something along those lines. I think there's ways of sloping it back with that and making it work. Yeah, there's probably ways of doing that to make it a bit more tidy. Something like that, maybe, to bring it back one block and make it look a bit tidier. But she's going to be ugly, and she's going to fight ugly, hopefully. So the other thing I need to do is have a quick look at how we're doing on CPU status. At the moment we are 11,000, so we're still good. Did I put my other thrusters in? I did not. Fortunately, I don't worry about taking symmetry mode off for this, because she's basically, there are already blocks on the other side, so it can't place the blocks there, so it'll be alright. So if we turn it on a second, yeah, she's already a lot heavier. But what's her side to side like now? Side to side is pretty good. See, that's one of the things we wanted to get. Good side to side motion for avoiding that fire, because if we can do that a bit more, the up and down, okay, it's not ideal. I might still change out some things. Acceleration is still pretty good. I know I've got the plane on, which can be a bit funky. Rotation isn't great. So we might end up upgrading all the engines as we've got the ability to. The only ones I probably won't upgrade is the ones on the top, I suspect. So this is going to be the snub-nosed fighter for sure. I mean, what you can do, I'm a little bit scared about doing it at the moment, is it depends on whether I upgrade the ones on the top, is you can actually flip her upside down to get to the blocks underneath, which I will have to do at some point here. Come on. Oh, I went out of logistics range, didn't I? Yes, please connect back to the things. Oh, now I've lost all my blocks. How very annoying. Right, because here, the plan is sort of to come out and go around these to give them some protection. Now, the interesting thing is, I believe, is a bit of a trade-off. I don't know whether Empyrion have fixed this. The actual, like, damage points of these blocks and the cargo extensions are so close to each other. Like, that's 150. If we go to this, it is 100. So they have actually changed it slightly to make it a bit more sensible to put those on. So yeah, my thought is to put that on. This is going to come out down here at least. Let's go to here. I might bring it back in. So the wings will be replaced by this. Oh, I've already used up all my blocks. I'm going to need to make some more. And then we'll put the extra gats on. We'll put the extra gats on the side. Oh, hungry, hungry. Yeah, we'll put the extra gats on here. Yes, I'm feeling hungry, I'm aware. Yeah, we'll put the extra gats on here. And then we're going to coat this round. And it's not going to, like I say, it's probably not going to be beautiful. But that's life. Alright, we need to get some food a second. Yes, please, thank you. So I think we're definitely going to replace at least one set of the rear thrusters. I think probably the bottom ones with the Mark IIs, and I'm probably going to replace the lift thrusters as well. But we'll probably replace the top thrusters too. So I'm going to need 6, 7, 8 of those. I can't really afford the Mark IIIs there, so we'll go for the Mark IIs. What's the boo-boo? Okay, so we're not going to go for the large thruster because we can't quite afford it. So we're going to need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Those. Yeah, I don't think we can really afford to go for the large ones here just due to space. I could go for the 2 large on the back. I don't have the space to push larges on the bottom, because they will actually go all the way up through the ship then and stick out the top, which I don't want to do. So that's what that's going to do. And we're going to need some more. I don't think you can make them hardened steel blocks, so we're going to turn you off for now. And we'll stick you making some more hardened steel blocks. Can you make me maybe 200? That should be plenty. Got most of that I'm going to need. Anything else? No. Right. We're going to go to sleep. And that'll be done in the morning. Yep. Back up. Oh, yeah. Walk into the door, so those should be done. Should be available for us. Let's have a look here. Thrusters, thrusters, thrusters. Yes, you managed to make 8. Good. And where's my blocks? There. So, how are we going to do this? Because I might change the back a little bit here and try and protect those thrusters as well. Let's have a look. Let's remove those. Remove those. And we're going to remove these 2. Now this is not going to look so pretty either, because we're going to put 2 in there. But the other thing we're going to do is try and offer them a little protection by putting this over the top. Like that. So it'll still work, but that'll be over the top instead. So we'll stick you 2 there. See, that's not going to look so nice, and that's why I'm thinking we might have to do something to sort that out. CPU will be rapidly going up. So this is now how we're going to get to the bottom to sort the thrusters on the bottom out. We're going to turn it over, hope she doesn't sink, which she does, which is a bit of a problem because I was hoping she wouldn't, to get to the bottom, which means she hasn't actually got enough lifting thrust to lift herself from the bottom. Bit unfortunate that. I thought she would have enough with the new thrusters, that's a shame. So we're going to take these out, which basically shows you how close to trouble we are on the bottom here. Yes, we're getting rather warm because we're stood on thrusters and generators and alike. This is the perils of building in survival mode. Obviously in creative you can get away with a lot more. It's going to be a bit warm there. Oh yes. I need to take those back out again because I've screwed that. I've screwed up. Yeah, I should be able to put them all the way down, which I screwed up there. Yes, these 2 please. And we'll put them in. But we are also going to... My plan is to try and clad the bottom of this ship with half blocks to try and protect a lot of these thrusters. Yes, I'm getting very warm. I'm aware of this. How am I getting warm? I got heat stroke. I'm feeling hot. Alright, okay, we're not dying anymore. So yeah, my plan will be to do this. I'm not sure how well this is going to work, or how it's going to treat us weight-wise, because I'm obviously going to be making the ship significantly heavier. Now, it should work in relation to... I shouldn't cook here. No, I'm definitely cooking. Now, what are we dropping down to? Yeah, okay. Gonna get off for a second. At least there. And at least there. And then what I'd like to do is clad this half block here and here. And we'll put corner blocks down here. If she runs out of fuel, this is going to be embarrassing. No problem. While doing this, I should have thought of that. And then, like that. And what I'm actually going to do is double up here on the side ones to make sure I've got extra protection. Double up like that on the side ones to try and make sure I've got as much protection as I can get. And then we'll come round here and do all that. But that's most of the base of it done. We'll probably need to come down here. It's amazing how quickly we've got through those 200 blocks. A little bit upsetting. I always underestimate how quickly I'm going to get through these blocks. Now, I am worried about what this is doing to her weight though, because this is going to make her a heavy lass. Oh, I thought I got through the 200 blocks. What the hell? Am I cracking up here? Okay. Must be cracking up. So, my thought was to get this one round this way, here, and here, because it's amazing how this offers a small amount of protection somehow. I don't know how, but I have noticed that this does seem to offer some protection doing that. When you do things like that. So I'm not quite sure how I'm gonna make this corner sort of mesh. We'll look at that in a minute. We'll finish the bottom and then we'll flip her back over so I can actually live with her upside down. Those blocks need to come off. I got that wrong. Yoink, yoink. Yes, please give me the half block again. Without cooking myself too much, please. There we go. So yeah, what I'm basically going to do is splot that, put that down. Let's put... no, I think I'm going to end up putting down here. Like so, like so. This one is probably going to be the rolled off block. So I need to pick that one back up. I mean, I could probably do this with the ship back up the right way round. But, like I said, she's not going to be pretty right now. But hopefully going to be more effective. That's not actually what I want. I want more like that. Bit of flat and like that. Doesn't seem to be an option, does it? Yeah. I'll figure out what that block's going to be later. So that one's actually got to go as well. So this one would be the corner, this one. Like that. And what I'm tempted to do is, oh god, I pressed the wrong button. Is make this one the corner as well. Might actually go into straights here just to really mess things up. I find the straights easier to deal with a lot of the time. I mean, the other option is to go like that. But there isn't really a converse corner for that. There's only that one. So my view would be to go for something along the lines of not that, not that. Something along the lines of something like that. No, we're just screw it. Screw it, man. Let's just go for this one. And you are gonna have to go. And if I figure out how to make it look a bit better later, I will do it. But I will do that at the time. Because at the moment, I don't seem to have like a corner function for these two. It doesn't look like they have something I can put in here to make this look a bit more better. I'm still bubbled, but not, you know, the full thing. This is the only problem. You never have the right blocks. No matter how many more blocks they seem to add, you never seem to have the right one. Because what I want is like the inverse of this. Whatever they give you, you never have the right bleeding block. Yeah, kind of want the opposite of one of these. There isn't a curved version. I mean, we could always just do that. That's fairly close, I guess. Not ideal, but it's fairly close. And then we'll flip her over and work out what we're going to do with these bits on the other side. But I'm worried about running her out of fuel because she's going to have quite a bit of fuel usage now. Can I get in, please? Yes, I can. Now I need to try and flip it over, which is not going to be so easy. Come on. There we go. She's flipping over. Oh, a little bit sluggish there. But now, once I've got her flipped, she's got the lift. She got a bit more thrust. Roll's not great. Or braking is still not fantastic. Side to side is better. I mean, the other thing you could do is stick a couple of RCS in there, which might be tempting to do. To see if we can really bring up her twisting maneuverability. So have a look at that. But for now, that's her new look. She looks like a flying tank. Let's be honest. It's not pretty. We need a couple more of those. I need to put some other bits in there. Yeah, haven't done that. And I'll need to bring this out a block, probably change these over, bring the back around. But I wanted to sort of do a bit of building with you guys so you could see really how things work when it comes to building these things out. No, I'm probably going to replace a couple of those with hardened steel blocks, but that one can be steel block. Come on. Oh no, I haven't changed it. I'm out of the bleeding thing. Yeah, and just really let you see how you go about building when you're in survival, at least. And then you can work out what you got to do from there. How many have we got here? That'll fit in just 2, so I'm fine to remove those. The big worry is sometimes if you take off too many of these like cargo extension blocks, while there's still cargo in there, that happens. You essentially... Oh no, that's my inventory's full. My personal inventory's full, not the other way around. But yeah, you sometimes actually screw things up by messing up the inventory of the item you are working on. Anyway, I think for now, that's going to be it for this episode. And I will finish this off. And then hopefully show you all the result. I mean, the only thing I'm worried about is like maybe embedding the fridge back here somewhere. Maybe put the fridge in back here. I won't be able to directly access it, but it won't get shot up either. Slightly less worried about the armor locker. More worried about the fridge because it's got all my meds in it. And if I lose all my meds, I'm gonna cry. Yes, so that's it. And we'll look at the new ugly scout and see if I can make her look better later. And I'll say thank you very much for watching, like and subscribe as always, and join us again next time. Thanks a lot.